Hey there viewers, it's Sasha here, coming to you from Southern Ontario, Canada. It is about 12:30 right now. I think it's August 23rd, Tuesday. It's about 26, 27 degrees for anyone who's interested, but it's about 58% humidity, so it's a little bit sticky, but it's an absolutely gorgeous day. So I'm putting this video together because I've had a couple requests, one for how to take the side panels off, and another one requesting what the horns sound like that I installed on it. So I do need to take the panels off because I am installing a set of driving lights and fog lights, which I just received yesterday. So this is sort of a kill all the birds with one stone sort of thing. Not that I'm into killing birds, but you know what I mean. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over the tools that we need and then where all the hidden fasteners are, and then I'll go ahead and I'll take it apart. And so this is my first time doing a video like this, so I'm going to try and do it all in one shot, and I apologize for the poor video quality and possibly the audio quality. But let's get started here. So tools that we need first and foremost. We need a Phillips screwdriver. There's only 2 screws that we need this for, and they are located right up underneath here. It's 2 plastic screws and 2 plastic housings. Then we need a small ratchet. Quarter drive ratchet works. And then we need if you can see this, it's a 5mm hex bit. This is a security bit with a hole in the middle. Doesn't matter, but you do need the 5mm. I have an extension on here because I'm going to be using my electric screwdriver because I work smart, not hard. So we're going to start by removing the seats. Then we're going to remove this side panel here. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here, a little bit more. So there's 2 fasteners that hold this and some grommets. We're going to remove this plastic piece that's right here that keeps, see if I can get out of the way of the sun. There's a plastic piece right here, keeps the heat from roasting your right leg. We are going to remove the center tank plastic piece here. Also this plastic piece which covers the battery. Then we're going to come around the front. We're going to remove the turn signal housing and the fairing for the turn signal. That is so that we can access some screws that are under here to remove the side piece. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to start by removing the seats. I'm going to put the tripod back where it started. Hopefully everything looks good there. Yep, back in. There we go. And we're going to start by removing the seats. I have heated seats here, which I've already disconnected. We're going to start by removing the side panel here. One thing to keep in mind, this particular fastener here has a very large washer. So you want to make sure, hopefully I get that in the middle, so you want to make sure that this fastener is kept separate from all the rest. Now, all of them have the same thread, but they are different length fasteners throughout the bike. Try and keep them organized. What I normally try and do is put them back at the location where I got them from once a panel is removed. So to remove this panel, there's 2 dowels and 2 rubber grommets. Just pull straight up. Pops right off, okay? And we'll put that aside. Okay. Next, we're going to need to remove the center tank. Now, the center tank plastic trim piece, and it is held in place. Let's see if we can zoom in here. So there's 2 screws on either side here, as well as 2 in the front here, okay? 1 on either side. These ones here on mine are super polished and they're longer than any of the others, so make sure you keep these screws separate. the front ones, I do need the extension because I have to be able to reach down. That's where this comes in maybe. Now if you're removing the right side fairing here, which is what I'm doing, having it on the left side stand is actually a lot easier. Okay. Next we're going to remove this plastic trim piece here, which covers the battery. Now to remove this piece, let's see if I can bring the camera back over again. We'll do it this way here. There we go. So to remove this piece, just lift up a little on the back and slide it straight back. There's rubber grommets in the front. Okay, there's 2 grommets here, or 2 pins and 2 grommets that are on the front here. That's how this locks into place. Next, we can actually remove the center tank piece here. Now that the screws are out, that can go aside. Now we need to get behind the mirror here. So can we see behind the mirror here what I'm doing? I hope so. Oops. I'm gonna move here. Sorry about this. There we go. The sun is very bright, so I can't see what's on the screen. So tuck a skinny finger behind the mirror, pull it forward. That's how the mirrors come forward. And behind here, just push on the metal clip and unplug the light bulb. You don't need to remove your lamp from the light assembly itself. Then you'll see that there's a fastener right here that holds the turn signal assembly in place. We're going to remove that next. Keep a hand on the front so you don't push the light assembly out. It just tilts outwards. There's a hook on the inside. Okay. So that just tilts out, comes straight out. I suggest putting the screw back into the turn signal assembly here, so you don't misplace which screws go where. You don't want to put a screw that's too long into a spot where it doesn't belong. Next, we're going to go back here and we're going to start taking off here. Okay, so there's another fastener right here that holds the 2 sides of the tank together. We're going to remove that. Okay. Then there's another one on the top here. We're going to remove this as well here. Coming back towards the front. Okay. There we go. We now have to remove this whole assembly here. Okay. To do that, there is a screw right here in the front, and that's why we had to remove the turn signal first. So once this fastener is out, now this whole assembly slides straight forward. Okay. Don't bend it, don't twist it, don't flex it. You'll see that there's plastic tabs here, and there's another dowel that goes straight in. Okay, now, next fasteners that we're going to be removing are these ones here. I'm going to remove this fastener here, this fastener. I'm missing a fastener on this side here. It was that way when I got the bike. And we have another fastener along the bottom, but we're going to start with these ones here. Now, as long as nothing has happened to your bike in the past, you shouldn't have to worry about your side fairings falling off, because there's a plastic tab right underneath this screw, and there's one on the top that holds the fairing from falling away when you go to install it or remove it. Okay? Once these screws are out, you can actually remove this plastic piece here. Right. Okay. That removes it from the turn signal. Just gives you some more room to work. Now we are going to come around the back. We're almost there. Let's see if I can tilt this down a little bit. Let's see if I can. There's a plastic piece right here. It's only held in place like so. 2 grommets, 2 pins. That's it. Remove that, and behind it, you'll start seeing some more fasteners. One right here. And there's one, if we can see at the very bottom, right down here. There's one at the very, very bottom. Remove that one. Okay. Now we have to come to the front of the bike. And let's see if I can actually lower this down a little bit here. Apologize for the shakiness while I adjust my tripod. Just bear with me. There we go. Okay. So inside the fairing here, there's 3 fasteners on the right hand side that you need to remove. For that, I need my ratchet. Once they're loose, you can remove them by hand. Okay. Now for this, you might find it easier to turn the handlebar to the right, just to give yourself a little bit more room if you need to. Okay. Now we're only removing these 3 because I don't need to remove the radiator guard or the exhaust guard or anything on the left side of the bike, only on the right. Okay, again, got your fasteners here. Okay. So everything is loose except for those 2 screws that we need the Phillips screwdriver for. On the very bottom, underneath here in the center, there's 2 plastic clips, 2 screw retainers that hold the 2 halves, the left half and the right half, together. Okay. So there's 1 screw, just a little plastic screw. That's one. Kind of have to do this blind. If you have a small mirror, put it underneath so you can see what you're doing the first time. Once you do it once, then you'll figure out how these screws work. They're terrible. If you put too much upward pressure, the screw won't come out, it just turns. There we go. Now it's coming out. So this is the clip. This is how this works. The clip goes in from underneath. Hopefully you can see it. The clip goes in from underneath and then the screw goes inside of it. Okay. So there's 2 of those that I have to push out. Now they're out. Okay. Both screws, both retainers. I think that's all of the fasteners that we need. That's everything. So, to remove this, unclip from the bottom, and you're going to lift off this hook. Hopefully you can see it. Ooh, noisy tripod. You need to lift it off this clip, and you need to lift it off this clip here. See if I can get it in the sun. There's a little clip here. That's what we're going to take it off of. Slide out from the bottom, and that's it. And she's off. Easy peasy. Now, installation is literally just the reverse of that. So, somebody was asking about the horn. So here's my horn assembly. Okay, so it's two Freedom Freeway blasters, two different tones. Originally, when I installed all of this, I did not have black wire loom on anything. So after I put, whoops, dropping the camera there, sorry about that. So after I put everything back together, and I put the side pieces back on, you could see all the colored wiring. So I had to take it all off and put black wire loom. So this is the relay. The relay is driven by the actual horn circuit itself. And then I have power wire and a ground wire directly from the battery through a fuse to the relay to the horn. And this is how loud it is. I'm going to move the camera back here so you get a general idea. Nice and loud. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully I helped somebody else out. As you can see, when you take all the fairings and everything off, it's much easier to work on. It's not a difficult bike to work on as far as removing bits and pieces. Hope this helped. All right, bye now.